Let's get started making this amazing chocolate fudge cake. Cream the butter and sugar together. We want them to be really creamy. And then add 3 eggs. Oops, don't forget that vanilla. In a separate bowl, mix flour, cocoa powder, the instant pudding mix, and the baking soda and salt, and mix those really well. And before we mix, we want to add in that buttermilk. Anyone ever licked the beaters before? Now's your chance. A cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips seals the deal. Now let's get the pan ready. I typically butter all the edges and then flour, and that will help the cake release once it's baked. And preheat your oven here to 350 Fahrenheit or 180 Celsius. Looks great. Set the timer for 30 minutes. And place the cake in the center of the oven. When that time is up, reduce the temperature to 325, but keep the cake in the oven. Set your timer again for about 35 minutes. Let that cake cool. We don't want it to break. Comment below if you've had trouble getting a cake out of a pan. Now we're going to make the frosting. You just have to melt the butter. It really won't take long at all. Mix in sifted cocoa, and then we'll start adding the powdered sugar, 3 tablespoons of heavy cream, and mix that all up. You really have to put some muscle into this, or you could use an electric mixer, but I like to whisk it up until it's really smooth and glossy.
So in the baking world, this is where the rubber hits the road. We need to get this beautiful chocolate cake out of the pan and onto the plate. Experience has taught me that this is the best type of to put the cake on. Just put some parchment paper underneath. You just have to grab the lip and flip. So this has come off very nicely. And we have a little bit of overflow here on the one edge. So I'll just trim that very gently. And there you go. It's perfect. Now we're all ready for the frosting.
Start to pour the frosting all over the cake. It will fill up the central well, and just let it go wherever it really wants to go. You can start to smooth the frosting onto the sides, and you can see here I'm just pouring it wherever it will go. There's a lot of frosting. Oh, doesn't that look amazing? Let's cut a really generous slice. The texture is just wonderful, so moist, so decadent. Now, before we do our taste test with this amazing chocolate cake, this is triple decadent chocolate. Wow. This is the best chocolate cake. If you'll remember when we were mixing the ingredients, there was cocoa powder, instant chocolate pudding mix, and semi-sweet chocolate chips. That's a whole lot of chocolate. And it's so rich and moist. You know, some chocolate cakes can be really dry. Not this one. And what did you think of that frosting when I was pouring it all over the cake? You probably thought it was going to run off the counter. So I hope you enjoyed baking with me today. It's always a joy for me to share recipes with you. I hope you'll ring that bell. That way you'll get a notification every time I upload a new video, and you'll never miss anything that's happening on my channel. But we're still going to keep baking. If you look over here, we have 3 pound cake recipes that you are absolutely going to love. Thanks.